What is going on, everybody? My name's Alex Wojo. I think I've posted a few videos on YouTube, but I'm going to give you the complete rundown today on who I am, my past, what I do, and I'm going to be posting a lot more content going forward, just my experiences, try to provide as much value as possible. Personally, I love this long form time stuff. I have a few different podcasts that I run. I love doing live trainings in my Facebook group. All of that long form stuff really is easier for me. It's very difficult for me to do like 30, 60, 90 seconds of something. I just keep fucking talking. And so what I wanted to start out with on my YouTube channel here was just who I am. Alex Wojo, I'm 29 years old, born in Minnesota, moving to Arizona next week, actually, or the week that this comes out. I'll be moving to Arizona this week, Phoenix. Huge change, uncomfortable change. That's what my life's really about. It's about getting uncomfortable. It's about my obsession with growth, becoming the best version of myself. That is what I love doing. I love putting good stuff in my brain. I love eating good foods. I love moving my body, doing whatever I can to get to that next level. And this all starts when I was a kid. Basically, as a kid, I was not confident. I did not have a lot of high self-esteem. I really relied a lot on validation and trying to do things that would give validation, trying to fit in with the crowd, trying to do all these things. The only place where I really felt confident was when I was playing sports. I was obsessed with sports. My dad put a hockey stick in my hand when I was born. I loved playing hockey. I loved playing outside with my friends growing up, playing kickball, playing tag, ghost in the graveyard, playing just baseball, football, whatever we were doing. Like, we were doing stuff outside all the time growing up. I was always good, gifted athlete, very good at hockey, soccer, eventually shifted to baseball. And these were my obsessions. That's all I did. I poured my heart, soul. I lived and breathed physical activity. I lived and breathed sports. And the thing about that is that I didn't do much else. I did whatever I could to be as good as possible and to achieve my dream of playing some sort of professional sport. For a while, it was hockey. And then eventually, I kind of whittled out hockey as I had a lot more offers for baseball in my late years of high school. So I ended up going and I played baseball at the University of Minnesota Duluth. And I should say that when I was in high school, I started drinking. Sophomore year, started drinking. A lot of it was to fit in with the group. I talked about validation. I always wanted just to be a part of the group. And I made a lot of decisions throughout my high school and college years because of that I'm not necessarily proud of. Like everybody, I've done a lot of dumb shit in my life. And it kind of started when I started drinking alcohol and I started doing drugs and I started trying to fit in with all the cool kids and doing all that stuff. And this kind of spiraled. Looking back, I ended up eventually struggling with an alcohol addiction. I'm now about 2.5 years sober, which is one of my biggest accomplishments in my life. But it kind of just started as a problem right away when I reflected and I look back. When I started, I just did not stop drinking until I was done. Right? I was trying to get as drunk as possible, really trying to get out of my own head. It's like I wanted to numb myself. I wanted to get rid of the thoughts. I was this shy kid, this kid that I felt like needed something else to get me out of my shell and become this outgoing person, this person that I wanted to always be. And it took me a long time to realize that person always is within, right? I always had that version of myself within. It just took me actually quitting this stuff and finally overcoming my addiction with alcohol to realize all of that. And so it's been a big journey. I played college baseball for 4 years. I was fortunate enough to, after my junior year, I had a really, really good junior year. And I was like, you know what? This whole dream of getting drafted, of playing professional baseball, I think it's actually reality. And so I worked my fucking ass off in the off season between my end of my junior year, the start of my senior year, throughout the whole fall, always doing extra reps on the field, always doing extra biking in the weight room, always doing extra lifts, always doing extra sprints, always taking extra reps in the batting cages. It was something that me and some of my teammates just took to heart. We were like, let's fucking do this. Let's have an amazing senior year and let's see what we can fucking do. And it ended up leading to first off, one of the best seasons in our college history. We ended up going to a regional. We got first in the conference. We had an amazing year and so many amazing players. But on a personal side of things, I was able to achieve being the national player of the year. I had 33 home runs, over 100 RBIs, and just absolutely, it's when I think back at it, it's absolutely crazy just how good of a season was. And I couldn't have done it without all of the amazing other players on my team that provided protection and just had such amazing years themselves. But that provided me the opportunity to get drafted in the MLB draft. And it was a short career. It wasn't as long. You get drafted and you're like, I'm going to fucking go to the league, right? I'm going to go to the league. And I worked my ass off, and I had a, really good first spring. And I ended up going to a level they didn't think I would have gone to right away. They kind of expected me to be in extended spring training. And I started out doing really well, just kind of fell off. And didn't feel like I got an extremely large opportunity, but it is what it is. It ended up not working out. I decided to call it quits after I got released by the Philadelphia Phillies, and I decided to join the workforce. And what happened is I channeled that obsession from sports. Like my whole first 23 years of my life was dedicated, obsessed with sports, doing it, living, breathing. I didn't think about anything else. Nothing else. And I honestly used it as an excuse to not think about anything else. And that was a bit of a problem. My identity was fully attached to this whole notion of being an athlete. I didn't really see myself as anything else. I didn't see myself as having confidence in any other area of my life. And so I tried to channel that obsession into the gym. So I channeled it into something that I knew, which was working out. We were always working out. I channeled it into my nutrition, trying to make sure my body was as good as possible, really for the notion of trying to get a girl. That's what I thought that, girls wanted to see. They wanted to see this shredded guy. It was just in such good shape. And I was in good shape, but I was like, I got to do more. I got to work out more. I got to do better with my nutrition and all this shit, right? I thought that dudes respected that guy and girls wanted to be with that guy. And this turned into a huge obsession, a huge struggle. I was working out just about every day, sometimes twice a day. I was super obsessed with my nutrition, but on the other side of things, I had an alcohol addiction. So come Thursday, Friday, I would just binge on everything in sight, alcohol-wise, everything in sight, food-wise. And it just became this whole issue where every week my mental health would get a little bit lower. My self-esteem would get a little bit lower. And just it kept going down and down because I would wake up on Sunday and I would feel like complete shit, and the scale would be up 10 pounds, and I would just wonder what the fuck I was doing with my life. And then I would go into restriction mode. I was like, I look like a piece of shit. Like I gotta get my stuff together. So I would go to the gym and I would try to burn as many calories as possible. And I would restrict my calories, just go super low. I would fast. I would restrict all of the foods that I was eating to make it so that I was eating strictly quality foods, nutritious foods, whole foods, all that stuff. And eventually I would end up binging because of that. And I always tied food and alcohol, where if I end up going a little bit off the rails with either one, I would just go completely crazy with both of them. And so every week, my mental health got lower, self-esteem, confidence. I just felt worse about myself. And eventually I hit rock bottom, where I had just a terrible addiction with alcohol. It got worse and worse. I felt terrible with my mental health. I hated myself. I hated what I saw in the mirror. And honestly, I wanted it to end. I wanted to walk across the street and just have a car come and hit me and just end it. And luckily I did not choose that route. I took the choice of changing my life. I started going to therapy. This allowed me to start talking about my problems, allowed me to start talking about my alcohol struggles. I ended up reading a book called The Easy Way to Moderate Alcohol by Alan Carr, something along those lines. And I just got through, and that broke all my limiting beliefs about drinking, the social aspect of it, every aspect that I thought I needed from alcohol to be a different version of myself, to talk to people I wanted to talk to be social and outgoing, that I needed it to get away from myself, that I needed it to be fun, all these different beliefs that I had about myself. It knocked them down one by one by one. And so eventually it came to time, and I was like, I'm fucking quitting. It's done. I'm done. And it's been 2.5 years since that. And that kind of, at that same time, I was getting into coaching. I was getting into nutrition coaching. You know, I had made some progress myself through getting educated, through getting certifications, eventually through getting a coach. Now I'm just on a track where I've fixed a lot of the things that I struggle with throughout the years. And I've just been so obsessed with growth and mindset and just becoming the best, optimizing my life, optimizing my body, optimizing everything about it. And it drives me to help other people, and it drives me to just see how I can do with this and how much better I can get with this, because I'm obsessed with this, you know, for the notion of like, what's my full potential? Like, how can I get to this next level? And also at the same time, like, I love to experiment with things to see what works so that I can use them with my clients and help them just upgrade their mindset and achieve what I call a champion mindset and achieve what I call a champion body, and really just become better versions of themselves, because I know that this mindset, these mindset shifts, these small things that we can do just translate so well into every area of your life, your relationships, your job, your family, all of this shit, everything. It's going to translate so heavily into it. Your body, right? When you have the mindset, it makes achieving anything and developing amazing relationships so much easier. And so that is what my mission is. My mission is to help, in particularly, ex-athletes who are out of shape, get that mindset back, get that body back, get those habits back that you had in your playing days. You know, be able to set yourself up for success in every area of your life so that you can achieve that dream body again, and you can actually like achieve literally anything you set your mind to. You can take your job to the next level, your business to the next level, your relationships, your family life to the next level, all of it. You can actually strive on a daily basis to reach your full potential. That's what it's all about. Growing every day, getting a little bit better, and just seeing how much we can accomplish and just how much better of a version of ourselves that we can become while we're on this earth. And so I'm going to be bringing you all, hopefully, a lot of value here over the next months, years, all that stuff. You know, I haven't done that. I've thought about doing YouTube videos for a while. I want to talk more. I want to be able to share more of my life with you all. And I hope you enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed my story. I'm going to be talking a lot more about different aspects of that and different things that I'm doing on a daily basis to get better, to grow, to reach my full potential. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you have a good rest of the week, and I'll be talking to you soon.